Vociferous as adjective. Loud, boisterous, or tumultuous in speech or expression. Noisy or clamorous in complaining. The politician's vociferous speech rallied the crowd. The vociferous complaints from the neighbors prompted the city council to take action. The band's vociferous music was too loud for some people. The teacher had to calm down the vociferous classroom before beginning the lesson. The activists were vociferous in their demands for social justice. Amiable is adjective. It implies a sense of likability, warmth, and cordiality. Means friendly, sociable, and good-natured. She had an amiable personality that made everyone feel at ease. The neighbors were amiable and always willing to lend a helping hand. The restaurant had an amiable atmosphere that made it a popular spot for locals. The dog had an amiable disposition and loved to be around people. He greeted his colleagues with an amiable smile every morning. Antithetical as adjective. Characterized by strong contrast or opposition in ideas or characteristics. Directly opposed or contrasting to something else. His ideas about freedom and government were antithetical to those of the ruling party, and he was often persecuted for his views. The company's commitment to profits was antithetical to its claims of social responsibility, leading to criticism and boycotts. The artist's avant-garde style was antithetical to the mainstream art world, and she struggled to gain recognition and support. The politician's public persona was antithetical to his private behavior, leading to accusations of hypocrisy and dishonesty. The teacher's strict discipline was antithetical to the student's desire for autonomy and creativity, leading to conflict and resentment. Arcane as adjective. Known or understood by only a small number of people with specialized knowledge. Mysterious or known only by a select few. The book contained arcane knowledge that had been lost for centuries. The ancient ritual was surrounded by arcane symbols and incantations. The historian's research uncovered an arcane manuscript that shed new light on the topic. The magician's tricks involved the use of arcane knowledge and techniques. The lawyer's argument was filled with arcane legal jargon that was difficult to understand. Boorish as adjective. It can also describe someone who is ill-mannered, coarse, or lacking in refinement. To behavior or manners that are rude, unrefined, and lacking in social grace or respect for others. His boorish behavior at the dinner party offended many guests. The boss's boorish management style created a toxic work environment. The athlete's boorish treatment of his fans and teammates led to a decline in popularity. The customer's boorish demands made it difficult for the salesperson to assist them. The comedian's boorish humor relied heavily on offensive stereotypes. Contemptuous as adjective. Arrogant or condescending in manner or speech. Feeling or showing disdain or disrespect. The speaker's contemptuous tone made it clear that she did not respect the other person's opinion. The boss's contemptuous attitude toward his employees made it difficult for them to work effectively. The politician's contemptuous remarks about her opponent were widely criticized. The teacher's contemptuous treatment of her students led to complaints from parents. The artist's contemptuous rejection of the gallery's offer resulted in a missed opportunity. Contrite as adjective. Feeling remorseful or sorry for having done wrong. Showing or expressing sorrow or penitence for having sinned or committed a wrongdoing. The defendant appeared contrite during the trial and apologized for his actions. The athlete was contrite after receiving a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct during the game. The student's contrite demeanor and sincere apology helped to resolve the conflict with her teacher. The penitent's contrite confession and willingness to make amends were taken into account during his sentencing. The employee showed contrite behavior and offered to make up for the mistake she made in her work. Convivial as adjective. Friendly and lively, especially in social situations. Joyful and sociable, conducive to good cheer and conversation. The convivial atmosphere at the party made everyone feel welcome and relaxed. The convivial nature of the restaurant staff added to the enjoyable dining experience. The convivial banter among co-workers made the workday more enjoyable. The convivial spirit of the holiday season was evident in the decorations and festivities. The convivial crowd at the bar made it a popular spot for socializing and meeting new people. Decorous as adjective, conforming to good taste and propriety in manners or behavior, in accordance with what is socially or culturally acceptable. The guests at the formal dinner wore decorous attire, including tuxedos and evening gowns. The speaker maintained a decorous tone during the debate, avoiding personal attacks. The judge admonished the lawyer for failing to behave in a decorous manner in the courtroom. The restaurant had a decorous atmosphere, with soft lighting and elegant decor. The teacher praised the students for their decorous behavior during the school assembly. Demure as adjective. Modest, reserved, and shy in behavior or appearance. Serene, calm, and self-possessed. The actress gave a demure smile when she received the award. She was dressed in a demure outfit with a high neckline and long sleeves. He spoke in a demure tone during the meeting. The bride looked demure in her white wedding gown. The politician gave a demure answer to avoid controversy. Derisive as adjective. Disrespectful or mocking in nature, showing contempt or ridicule towards someone or something. His derisive comments about her work were hurtful and unnecessary. The candidate's derisive tone during the debate turned off many voters. The comedian's derisive humor often relied on mocking marginalized groups. The teacher's derisive remarks about students who struggled with the material were unhelpful. The player's derisive behavior towards the referee resulted in a red card. Diffident as adjective. Lacking confidence in oneself or one's abilities. Shy, timid, or reticent, especially in social situations. The actor's diffident demeanor on stage surprised his fans. She was too diffident to express her opinion during the meeting. His diffident manner made him seem unapproachable to his co-workers. The politician's diffident attitude towards the press raised suspicion. Her diffident personality prevented her from taking risks in her career. Discursive as adjective. Tendency to ramble or digress from the main topic. Wandering, not following a clear structure or direction. The professor's lectures tend to be discursive, jumping from one topic to another without much structure. His writing style is highly discursive, with long digressions and tangents that can make it difficult to follow his main argument. The CEO's speech was rambling and discursive, failing to convey a clear message to the audience. The debate became discursive and meandering, with each participant bringing up unrelated points. The novel was criticized for its discursive narrative, which wandered off into unrelated subplots. Dispassionate as adjective. Being unemotional or detached, impartial, calm, and free from emotional involvement. The scientist approached the controversial topic with a dispassionate, logical perspective. The judge delivered a dispassionate verdict based solely on the facts of the case. She gave a dispassionate analysis of the pros and cons of the proposal, without expressing personal opinions. The detective remained dispassionate during the interview, not revealing any emotional reaction to the suspect's statements. The coach was known for his dispassionate approach to evaluating player performance, focusing on objective data rather than emotions. Egregious as adjective. Extremely bad in a way that is noticeable or striking. Outstandingly bad or shocking. The company's egregious disregard for safety regulations led to a serious accident. The politician's egregious behavior was widely criticized by the public. The employee's egregious mistakes caused significant losses for the company. The teacher's egregious grading practices led to complaints from students and parents. The athlete committed an egregious foul during the game, resulting in a penalty. Facile as adjective. Easy to do or accomplish, requiring little effort, skill, or difficulty. Readily achieved, accomplished, or performed without obstacles or challenges. She's a facile writer who can easily produce content on a wide range of topics. His facile explanations may sound convincing, but lack substance. The facile solution to the problem proved to be ineffective. The essay's facile argument lacked nuance and critical analysis. His facile wit and charm made him popular among his peers. Fallacious as adjective. Based on a mistaken belief or invalid argument. Deceptive or misleading. Containing or characterized by a fallacy. Erroneous or faulty. The argument made by the politician was fallacious, full of logical errors and false assumptions. The scientist's hypothesis was fallacious, as it relied on a flawed understanding of the underlying mechanisms. The advertisement made fallacious claims about the effectiveness of the product, which were not supported by any evidence. The conspiracy theory was based on fallacious reasoning, drawing conclusions without any factual basis. The student's essay contained fallacious reasoning, demonstrating a lack of critical thinking skills. Fastidious as adjective, requiring a high degree of precision, accuracy, or cleanliness. Very attentive to detail and prone to complaining about minor flaws or imperfections. She was fastidious about the cleanliness of her house, scrubbing every surface until it shone. The chef was known for being fastidious about the quality of ingredients he used in his dishes. The designer was fastidious in her approach to creating the perfect color palette for the room. The author was fastidious in his research, spending months studying every detail of the historical period he was writing about. The CEO was fastidious about the company's image, insisting that every detail of their branding be perfect. Fractious as adjective. Quarrelsome, argumentative, or prone to disputes. Unruly, disobedient, or difficult to control. The fractious toddler threw a tantrum in the grocery store. The fractious debate among the politicians resulted in a stalemate. The fractious relationship between the two countries led to frequent disagreements. The fractious group of employees made it difficult to manage the project. The fractious atmosphere at the company caused many employees to quit. Glib as adjective. Fluent and effortless in speech. Superficial or insincere in speech. The politician's glib promises were not backed up by any concrete plans. The salesman was able to use his glib tongue to persuade people to buy his products. The comedian's glib remarks were met with laughter from the audience. The talk show host was known for her glib comments on current events. The student's glib answer to the difficult question was not enough to impress the teacher. Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.